And we're live, I guess. Sorry we missed last week. Scomp had some situation come up, I guess, that caused him to not be there. So anyway, we are going to go hop in.
There we go.
Oh, hey.
He did not get kid aggro.
He shall appear.
Nope,
a little
I
bit
did
late,
not.
but he shall appear.
Setting everything up when I'm coming in from outside takes a minute.
Nice.
So... Okay, everything's set up.
So, look.
An Aliona. And...
Yeah, we're just missing Athena.
Baker said she's working till 11.
Yeah, she won't be here till the very end of this session.
Then the only other person we're technically missing is Cabal in Discord.
Cabal is never in Discord.
I'm just saying technically.
Cable.
Cabal is sitting next to Xerxes.
Yeah, I think they're fine. So,
We got this.
oh god.
Do we get a recap?
First off, I'm sorry about last week. I had to move furniture at my grandparents' house, and it had to be at 8 p.m.
That's okay.
That's a good time to move furniture.
I wanted to kill my grandmother.
Well, if you would have done that, you wouldn't have had to move furniture, and now I feel like you're being really inconsiderate to the rest of us by not doing that.
Well, hold on.
wouldn't
He
you have
would have
done
had to
something
move
from the will?
furniture anyway.
Not that night. There would have been other things going on.
Yeah,
Like a crime scene investigation.
like a dead Sheila, and everybody going, "Oh no, how horrible!"
It happened.
Prepare to die.
I wasn't ready. Wait.
I need
All right,
my 9th level spell.
9th?
So
Yes,
according to
I
Matt, we leveled up
I
last
get-
week, Scomp?
Twice.
no.
Twice? Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, Matt
But
took everything over. We had a whole session,
We did.
and we
It
leveled
was
up.
great.
Also, we may or may not have burned down Reggie's house
That's fine.
with him inside.
This is also fun.
Good luck burning down a stone tower, my friend.
Yo, don't you worry
But
about
my
it. We
ninth
did it.
Pose a problem that I do not have an answer to.
Oz smashed a lot. It was dust, and then we burned.
For once
you
in your
see,
life, huh?
Wow!
Due to the fireballs from...
Oz is very prolific, thank you.
I don't do
Since when
fireballs.
can
Yeah,
Xerxes
that's the problem.
Shoot
I mean,
fireballs.
not Xerxes Attic.
God damn it, man.
Oz
Not
has
even
no
the same
kids.
color.
You're almost as prolific as Xerxes. Goddamn.
How many kids does Xerxes have?
A lot.
I
That
don't
you
know.
know
I
of?
haven't come up with all of them yet,
Oh,
A
no.
lot.
but
And
a lot. Yeah.
descendants
Turns out
already,
Miv
too.
is actually Xerxes' child.
What's up?
Miv could
Miv is
very
actually-
well be.
Actually,
Isn't
I
he
think
blue?
Miv might be my child, which
Like,
is weird.
I don't
because
even
that means
know
I had a
at this
child when I
point.
was 5.
Well,
Yellow.
Well,
Xerxes
now it means I had a child when I was
Just say
17.
this.
you're
How's
going
that?
down the path
Wait.
of Sid now. Let's not do that.
Don't
Yes.
don't
Don't worry, Sid, I
kobolds
always pull out.
reach sexual maturity at like 3 months?
Yeah, we can fuck real early.
Yeah, they reached.
Fuck real early.
Hold on, that
I
needs
mean,
to go in the golden
don't
quotes
put it
right
12.
now.
Adulthood at 12.
What was the exact quote?
Yeah, we can fuck real early.
The only reason why you haven't seen Xerxes be fucking, like, kind of, like, a little bit more
Routinely?
Aria is because we haven't run into a lot of female kobolds.
Maybe one of us should have been a female kobold.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
All right. So
if somebody in the party
Our
dies,
wife-
just make a
sorry.
new one.
Said she was gonna turn into a kobold. I'm like, you fucking don't you goddamn dare.
Who said that?
Wait, what?
Nothing!
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, if you turn yourself into a kobold, you have to fuck Xerxes.
No, no.
no, it's
Have
it's
to
not like that.
or want to?
It's if you
No,
turn
it-
into a female kobold,
If I
Xerxes
see it-
has to fuck you.
No, if I see it,
Azaria doesn't do kobolds.
thank you. If I see it,
Just know.
extremely mortified if she turns into one in front of me.
But Xerxes has so much gold, Azaria. Are
Walks
you
up to
sure?
me, otherwise, it could end bad.
Okay, so meanwhile, no more lizard
No.
fucking. Can we
All
please
right,
walk around?
so we find our party of adventurers seated around a table in Lord Vase's dining room. You've
Oh yeah.
you've
We
all gotten your
are
meals.
on this map. Okay.
You're at Vase Manor.
Yep.
So I took this map and I updated it a little bit. I put some actual words on it so we could see what the fuck was going on.
I appreciate your font.
And you know what I discovered? The brackets in this font are the Horde and Alliance emblems.
Nice.
Aw.
I didn't realize that until I mistyped a P and was like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Hello.
I recognize that.
Well,
This
I mean, it's the Warcraft font, so, you know.
That's cool.
that is cool. Anyway,
So, sorry, I have a...
Oh, I can tell in the C's. Like
Yeah.
Crowley Tower, that C is
oh yeah.
And that
very
L.
And
Warcraft.
the L, yeah.
Yeah.
And the O and W next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
The more we look at it.
I mean, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's the Warcraft font. It's fucking
That's
great,
cute.
and I use it for all sorts of shit. Beautiful. The
The rusty mug. We need to go there.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, yes. Why is my... Hold on. My right mouse button stuck. So you all have your food. You're finishing up your meals. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Sorry. And as you're finishing up, the door that you had all walked into opens and a servant stands there. Lord Vase requests your presence once more in his study when you are finished. Walks out, shutting the door behind him.
Oz immediately picks up whatever he was eating and starts following.
The rest of you, are you all gonna finish up, or?
I guess I can follow.
Yeah, we go.
Well,
I also follow.
Boris was already done eating because he scarfs his food.
Azaria kind of like snatches up a couple of pieces of fruit and then follows.
Okay. Fly, fuck off. I'm going to murder you. So you walk down the hall back towards the study and walk in, and Lord Vase is standing next to the desk that he was seated behind previously, looking at what looks to be a large silver-framed mirror, but where there'd normally be the mirror and the reflection is the interior of the Kingsport throne room, and Lord Vase, the junior, standing there facing his father.
Zach.
I run and jump up on the desk and wave.
So, Lord... Alright, sorry, there's a fly landing on my fucking monitor and throwing off my concentration. There we go.
So is junior or senior talking now?
Well, they were both talking to each other through this mirror. And so Lord Vase the Hand, he looks through and sees Xerxes and sort of chuckles, and there's Zadok and sort of like waves a little bit and looks to his father and goes, I see your guests have returned. And he turns around to see all of you. Ah, yes, wonderful. Well, my son and I were just discussing the news you've brought to us, and, well, why don't you tell them what you just told me? And he steps back, and Lord Vase sort of steps a little closer to whatever he's using on his side to transmit the image. And, well, we've heard about the thefts and the missing food and grain and all of that. We've never received word from the receiving end that these goods were stolen.
Oh, so we have to tell them that the stuff is being
Oh,
stolen by ghosts.
Lovely.
It's, as if whoever is stealing it is replacing it or returning it. Did you find out anything else?
Wait. It's coming back.
They're kind of be taken by the horde, so you might want to check for poison or something.
It's coming back? Yeah, that's
Just saying.
intensely fucked up.
Yeah.
You might have like poison grain because they're choosing grain.
You see Lord Vase, you see his face sort of drop and it goes a little bit pale and he's just, oh.
And they're only taking small amounts, so...
Yes, this is...
Maybe
Alright.
maybe a smuggling ring?
Well, the fact is that we are receiving these supplies. We are receiving the food that you are saying is being stolen. All of the shipments arriving at the warfront are intact. They have as much as they are
Yeah.
supposed to. So I believe that you may have a point. They may be tainting the food somehow. Well, we will keep an eye on the shipments as they come in and test them and see about that. But where are you going to... where does your journey take you next, I guess, is what I should ask.
To the man who's stealing from himself.
Lord Crowley.
Yes, Reggie.
I'm glad that you finally found some concrete evidence on him. He's been a thorn in my father's side for years.
So we should blow him up.
Burn down his house.
Get as
Make
much
his head explode.
get as much information out of him first. He is a coward. He will not put up a fight, but those that serve him, those that work for him, they may.
I can get information out. The silence after that.
I know, I'm just...
We'll take care of anybody who works for him that gets in our way.
I'm sure you will. Be careful. The Crowley family's always employed the best.
We kill pretty
Well,
good.
they missed a chance with us.
I'm sure that he won't try to miss that chance. I'm sure that he'll try to pay you to turn to his side. That is how they operate.
I turn
I
around
can
and
use
look at the group and try to
suggestion,
whisper,
and then we
can
also
take
have
his
zone
money
of
and then
truth.
kill him.
We can get all the evidence you need.
You might want to cast that zone of truth early and inconspicuously.
Oh,
That's
hey,
why
I
we'll
can
do
do that.
suggestion as well.
We don't need to do it inconspicuously. He can know that we're casting it on him. It doesn't matter.
What is
We'll just make sure not to kill him this time.
Vic?
What was that, Oz?
What is inconspicuously?
Don't hurt yourself there, buddy.
Don't worry. It means like basically like
It
a
means
rogue
to do
does
it
in the shadows.
It means to do it quietly and without being spotted.
I will try.
Well, I must get back to business here in the throne room. We have to, people have just turned up for... Alright, well, I've got to get back to that. Good luck to all of you, Father. We'll speak again later. As he steps back, the mirror shifts and returns to just being a mirror. And the older Lord Vase turns around and goes, "Well, and now
Damn,
you're
I want a
off to-"
handheld version of that.
I mean, a mirror is fucking handheld, but
I'm sure that I could probably work something out for you like that. But anyway, now you're off to see Lord Crowley, the
Wonderful in your
Coward.
wells? Oh.
Hmm?
What?
What'd you say?
I said the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh my god.
What?
Oz is not a wizard?
I am
Yeah.
a fighter.
Yeah, that's
Who shoots magic
We'll
arrows?
educate you yet.
you guys don't have a wizard in your party to be the Wizard of Oz. So we have to settle with the Sorcerer of Oz and Zadok.
Oh no. It's like fucking Annie. Anyway.
What are you talking about? Lucy's is
I jump off the desk.
I seen her use true polymorph the other day.
Cabal could be the Warlock of Oz.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That was it.
Powerful wizard. You just don't know it.
What is your plan when you arrive at Crowley Tower?
Make him shit himself and tell us everything he knows.
I am
Well, that's a
scary.
good plan, but even though he is a coward, it takes a bit to get that out of him.
Oz lets
Cast
out
Zone
a
of
big
Truth
roar.
from outside before
We'll
we even enter
hurt
the
him a little
premises.
bit first.
We don't usually have plans.
I just had a good one.
We just kind of roll with it, make it happen.
Yeah. What happened?
You sound like my son. No wonder you get along so well. Well,
We don't.
good luck.
Now, he's my best bud.
Wait, did he ever hug you back?
Yes.
What about me, Zadok?
He got a pretty good hug
I
check.
didn't hear Careless Whisper when you and I.
I'm just saying, he got a pretty good hug check.
What did you hear when we hugged?
Do you want to know what you heard when you hugged?
I'm not sure. The Hillshire Farms jingle.
God.
Lord Crowley's standing there staring at all of you.
That's really weird because we're not in his house.
I think
Lord-
we still are. We haven't said we left.
I said Lord
Oh,
Vane,
wait.
didn't
You
I?
said
No,
Lord
you
Crowley.
definitely
No, you said
Okay,
Crowley.
I was looking at the map. I was looking at the
Oh,
map
that's
and like
funny. Okay, we go to Crowley's.
I read the Crowley Tower and I'm just like, this needs to
Yeah.
like hurry up. Come on, folks.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
we go to
We
Crowley
there.
Tower.
All right, your party heads off across Havenfall towards Crowley Tower. Even from just outside of Vase Manor here on the main boulevard, you can see the enormous tower on the seaside. It's gray-black stonework sort of peeking up above the other structures in the area. And as you head off down the main boulevard, tower rises further and further into the sky above you until you're standing out front of a low stone wall before a little courtyard with a few trees in it. And there are some people.
Oh. A map.
So
A wall.
you
Oh,
are walking
wow.
down the street. You cannot see over the wall to your right. It's a stone wall, probably a little bit taller than Oz, with some wrought iron spikes going along the top, you know.
Oz, put me on your
there's-
shoulders.
There is a small gate in the center of the wall ahead of you. And just over the wall, you can see a few tops of trees inside this courtyard.
Let's go with the old throw Zadok over
How-
the wall
Let's
thing.
not.
How high is the wall?
I was gonna ask if he wanted to go up.
I would like to sit on.
How high is the wall again?
Hello.
The wall's probably about 8 feet tall with another like foot and a half of spikes on top, like ornate sort of metal spikes. And
Yeah,
So,
Zadok's on my shoulders for sure.
I
No, is that except the gate saying hello?
I look at Melora and I fly up 10 feet.
I nod. I also fly up 10 feet.
well, so
You
you guys are up in
assholes.
the air. Zadok is at the gate.
What do we see?
Zadok up ahead, where Zadok is,
I'll come here too.
where you can see through the gate because it's
Yes.
Down here.
it's a simple wrought iron gate. It's not
It is gate.
this. It looks like the wall is built for security, but this gate is just sort of a formality. You know, it's
So we just see a courtyard.
Right. You look in and you see a courtyard. There's 2 guards ahead on either side of the
One of each
entryway.
Are
Huh?
they heavily armed?
They are.
What do they got?
From where you stand, I have to pull up their character
Flying.
sheet.
Uh-huh.
Where you're
looks-
flying from.
So they have a long sword on one hip, a short sword on the other, and a crossbow in their hands. Large, heavy crossbow.
I motion one of them to come over to the gate.
It's open, mate.
I walk right the fuck in.
I follow.
I'm gonna fly in and just kind of hover over here.
I
These
just
guards
sort
are in red. It's
Change
making
my
me
way
nervous.
forward, waiting until they react.
No, I'm walking in, and
So
as I walk in, I
one
say,
steps to the side and stands in front of the door. He like slings his crossbow over his shoulder and puts his hand on the hilt of his long sword. The other one steps forward, still holding his crossbow in his hand. Well, we got a lot of you in here. What business have you with Lord Crowley?
We
have some questions.
yes.
Who the hell said that?
I wave. I'm up on the tippy top
Look up.
of this tree.
And he looks up in the tree.
Hi.
The fuck?
Boris just kind of looks around.
and
Is he home?
working for?
We don't. We
at
just
work.
are.
Ourselves?
We are acquaintances of one of the managers of one of the farms that Crowley owes, and we're just trying to help them get everything figured out. And thought maybe Crowley might be able to give us some information.
Make a deception check.
Is that deceptive at all?
None of that is wrong. No, that's a lie.
Is it not?
It's fine.
No, what part of that was a lie?
I mean-
God damn, I rolled like shit. So I got +8 on that.
I mean,
I wouldn't
Don't
say that
feel
any of
like
that was a false statement.
None of that was a lie.
okay, all right. What sort of,
We're insulted. You would think it would be a lie.
well,
Are you really, though?
yeah, right, like, what do you expect of me?
Better, Scott. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
You want to do better, you do better.
I don't want to do nothing. You do the thing.
Okay.
I just want to play the game.
Okay. What's he about to ask me?
Well, Lord Crowley's, busy today. You'll have to come back some other time.
Well, I figured he'd be interested in this because if we can get to the bottom of this and stop his farm from being robbed, he's not losing product and losing money, so we would be helping him. You would think he would care about his money.
Help us help him.
Oh, hey, are you like a burly secretary?
Boris just kind of says, yeah, no wonder why those guys were crawling all over the wall a couple 100 feet down, because he's not in.
What?
Did I just, like, disconnect and then reconnect?
No, I
someone else did.
Oh.
I'm just
No, you
confused.
I feel like this is me trying
I'm
to
bluffing.
let us in.
Did you take his messages? Can you tell him we're here? Is he here?
He's here, but he's occupied, as I just said.
Can you tell him we're here though?
Can
We came like a really long way.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but Lord Crowley, he's busy.
he's
But you're
going
not
to
even gonna
want to
tell
know
him?
about this?
He doesn't even know we're here. Maybe he's not busy for us.
All right, so fine. We
He
won't
wants
talk
to know.
And then you can explain to him that a group of adventurers showed up to help him stop losing his money, and you sent us away.
And we'll make sure to describe you very well.
Hey, what does this
Boris pulls
What
out
does
his
this
stuff
tower
and he takes
look
a
like?
picture.
It looks like overcompensation.
Yeah, he's not wrong. It's a very tall tower that it sort of looks gothic almost, like the arches and all that, but it's just a big stone tower.
So does it have windows?
It has windows every now and then on
like-
it, but they're like really heavy, thick set windows with big metal bars on them. Up at the very top, like looking up, you can almost see the windows on the very top, but it's almost like too tall and too far away to see. Like
how tall is it?
It's fucking enormous. Like this, it 200-300 feet, like a big fucking
I'm gonna
building.
fly up.
All the way.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roar
yeah.
at the same time in annoyance that we can't get in as a
We're not in
distraction.
combat, so it's not like I have to worry about movement, right?
Yeah, and I just want to distract them by roaring because I'm annoyed that they're not letting us
No,
in.
no.
Yeah, and that was a good call
Azaria's back here.
because he was gonna see that and take a shot at her,
Yeah,
trying
I
to
had a
go up.
feeling.
So
Azaria's back here.
okay.
Where's back here?
So you're all the way back there.
As in Azaria looks like a fucking courtesan right now with its flowing clothes and all that shit going on.
Oh god.
I still want to know.
Oh yeah.
Behind that wall, so I don't know what that has.
I'm still in that Mel form with the flowing clothes and all that shit that looks like a fucking courtesan going on.
Okay, great. I fly up there.
I roar.
Okay.
So
No one can see you, girl. Can you see anyone? No one can see you.
We're inside the courtyard.
you're still behind the wall.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
I am behind the
so
wall.
we were like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's sitting here like.
Nice,
Active.
nice dress
And?
out there. I don't know.
Okay. Azaria's gonna like walk in and like saunter in as if they're supposed to be there and go up to the guard and be like, who's the dude that we're going to? Crowley?
Yeah.
Okay. And be like, Lord Crowley sent for me. And
All right, I guess we'll move Azaria up here. And
For me?
you,
I feel like that's private information.
Not the droids you're looking for.
my name is Cheryl from one of the finer establishments.
All right, go on in. I knew Crowley was a bit weird. And he turns to the other guard at the door, who's also chuckling and sort of like pushes the door open slightly for you.
Azaria kind of gives them a coy smile and just saunters in.
And as you're walking in, you notice the other armed men sitting and waiting within.
She's
Good.
in. She's in.
You don't have anything to
Smiles.
you don't have anything to worry about right now. You were let in.
Yeah.
That's for you to
I
know.
know.
So-
Azaria kind of just smiles at them. Brings out a fan, hides half their face.
All of them sort of look at you, just shake their head, like sitting there whetstoning their swords or, polishing
that's
a
what's
piece of
wet.
armor or something, like they're
I'm
just...
sorry.
For it, Scott.
Azaria looks over at them.
What's up?
It's just like,
No, stop cracking their swords for you.
Swords vigorously.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, let me polish my sword first.
Tell me where
Yes,
Crowley
the
is.
wet stone.
Aggressively.
Jesus Christ.
You'd think we were
Could any of you good sirs tell me where the Crowley is?
And one of them points to the hall ahead of you, because you're in sort of like a little foyer type room. It's probably 15 feet across. I mean, the battle map is not accurate for the inside of the house. It's just there for you guys to get through the door. It's like 15 feet across, and on the right hand side there's a little window through the wall, behind which looks like there's weapon racks that some have swords hanging on them, crossbows, stuff like that. Crowley, see there? Leave your weapons with him.
I don't have any weapons. I only have this fan.
All right, go on in then. So you walk through
Thank you.
the next door, and we'll get to that in a second. What's going on outside
Okay.
here?
Okay, hang on.
Zadok still
Out of
gets
character,
fucked
without
up.
giving anything away, is there any way we're getting in this room without killing these people?
Yeah.
Well, Azaria just proved it.
Well, we can't all change shape into a hooker.
Hey, I've just been in the shape the
You
whole
can't
time.
change the shape of a
What?
heart, Matt.
What do I see in those windows?
You've gotten all the way to the top, is what you're saying?
Yeah, she's kept moving this whole time.
You get to the top, and you see a man with his back to you, sitting at a desk. And
What's he
it's
look like?
from where you're sitting, just you can't see his face. From where
Yeah,
you're,
like
where you're at.
What's he wearing? What's his hair color? Is he big? Is he fat? Is he skinny?
He
Is
is
he old?
he's a scrawny man. He's got slick back, black hair. He's sitting down, so he looks probably 5'10", 5'9", something like that.
Hmm.
So he's
Okay.
not a large man.
Is this the only window?
Well, you're looking in one window, and there's another window on the opposite side. This room that you're looking at seems to take up the entire top of the tower,
Hmm.
and there's bookshelves lining either side. It's a round room with a couple of tables and some couches and chairs scattered around, and doesn't look like there's anybody else in it but him. He's currently sitting with a quill in one hand, writing some stuff down and doing paperwork.
Can I see what he's writing?
Not from where you are, no. He's like leaning over the table, like really sort of furiously writing.
What else is
Scribble,
in this
scribble.
room? Does it look like he's in like his office?
This would be his like office study sort of area.
Okay. Okay, out of character. Do I tap on this window right now, guys? Because I kind of want to tap on this window right now.
You should like wait until Azaria shows up.
So here's the thing. If you tap on that window and he doesn't like you there, you're 300 feet in the air if he starts screaming for guards.
Yeah.
And
Or
there
if
could
he
be
has a
rooftop
hidden crossbow or
snipers. Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah, but this window is barred. He's not going to open the barred window.
I mean, but if it's just bars, he can shoot a crossbow through it.
It's a window
Well,
with
it's
bars.
glass. Yeah, it's
Oh,
glass
it's
with
glass
bars.
window,
But
okay.
I mean, he could shoot a crossbow bolt through it. He wouldn't be. It would be more difficult for him to do it. But
Much more difficult.
yeah, it's not a bullet. It's not gonna just go straight through glass.
Okay, I have an idea. I am going to, like hover under his window and throw. Well, not under.
You could probably there's spots where you could find a perch up there. I'll say.
Yeah, but I don't want him to see me.
Oh no, like out of sight.
Okay, so
That's what I'm saying.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna perch, and I'm gonna take one of my nuts out of my bag and like dink it on his window, and I want to see if he'll look down at the courtyard. So then he'll be like, "What's going on? Let me go down there."
All right.
Yeah,
So
and
you,
I've like,
I'm gonna
I've
dink
like,
it. Dink.
you sort of like you hook onto the stonework to like the side of the window, and you sort of chuck the nut around the corner and bounce it off the window, and peeking around the corner just enough that you can see, but you're not going to get spotted. You see him like start. He jumps when this happens, like fucking like looking around frantically. Need like because he's 300 feet in the air. The fuck is hitting his window if it's not a bird? Like.
It is a bird.
As I see a nut fall to the ground and bounce in front of the guard. Just behind the one that Zadok's in front of, but like in front of the other one in front of the door.
Yeah, you see the guard at the door, like see the nut hit as well, and like look up for a second and just shake his head a little bit, just like,
fuck?
All right, whatever. But yeah, so Lord Crowley, you see him like stand up and go to the window, and he like looks out to the left, he looks out to the right, and you sort of duck back to not get spotted, but he like looks around and he just sort of looks at the window, and he's like it looks like he's inspecting the window for damage, and he does, his eyes do sort of look down, and he does lean to the window and look at the courtyard, and you see his brow furrow, and he just sort of turns around and goes back to his desk and sits back down.
I can't do much with him.
He like looks down at everybody and was just like, someone trying to get into the tower, and goes back.
Oh, what a rude boy. I'm just gonna chill here. I want to see what I can hear if he, like, has anyone else in his office while anything goes down. I want to be out here.
All right.
I asked the guard what his name is.
Name and badge number.
Yeah, Zadix is having this.
What's your name?
You legally have to have that, so I can read it at all times.
We're gonna have
your
to change
name?
your name to Karen Storm Surge. He sort of looks down at you and he's just like, why?
Because when word gets out that we could be saving your boss money, helping him have it no longer stolen from him. English is really hard. I'm going to make sure that he knows that you're the one who wouldn't let us in to talk to him.
God, this guy's thicker than Oz.
Yes.
And that's saying something.
You see, we were told not to let anyone in.
He wants to know this. How is a dragonborn that's roaring at him in annoyance not
I feel
done
like-
anything?
I still feel like
dumb.
the loss of his money God, don't use that word. The loss of his money is more important than your rule to keep everybody out.
Use this
And he
word.
sort of stands there for a moment. He turns to the other guard. Go follow that one in. Go talk to Crowley. Tell him what's out here. You happy now, little blue?
I get to follow the guy? Is it just me?
No, he's sending the guy to follow Azaria up to talk to Crowley.
Oh, shit.
So he walks. So Azaria's like standing outside of the doorway that you just walked through into the rest of the house, and you're looking around, sort of like, where the fuck do I go? They didn't give me any direction. When the other guard walks in next to you, goes, "Oh, you're still here? Well, come on, follow
They
me."
didn't give me any direction.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, we got the elevator right here in the center, and he walks over to what looks to be just a normal doorway, and he pulls it to the side with like a sliding door, and inside is
Mr.
a
Up.
tiny little room. And he steps in and goes, "Come on in, this will take us up." Pulls the door shut behind you and grabs a winch on the side and starts cranking. And you feel the carriage that you're in slowly rising up through the tower.
Oh, good.
So what's the rest of y'all doing outside while that's going on? 'Cause that'll take a minute.
Shitting bricks.
I can wait, and I sit down right in front of the guard.
All right, good. And he steps back to his previous position.
I step over to Barak, and I show him a mouse in the palm of my hand, and I let the mouse to the ground.
Okay. Where is this going?
My eyes wide.
You did not think this one
The
through.
moment you pull the mouse out, Melora's head just swivels 90 degrees and looks down.
Laser eye locked.
Fucking telescope eyes.
Beep, beep, beep. Target acquired. All you hear is scream.
You see the mouse quickly scurry through the grass towards the building and try to make its way inside the building.
I guess I can try to get Lucy to sneak.
You sneak Lucy in the castle, fuck it.
Still, Lucy.
Lucy ain't there, thankfully.
I can try to
speak for
characters.
Lucy.
Can anybody here somehow turn into a mouse?
No,
Is that what just
my
happened?
mouse is a mouse, but that's about all.
I
Okay.
can silence and blind everyone.
I don't think that's necessary yet. Let's wait to see what happens with Azaria. She's
And the
very
mouse.
charismatic. I'm not worried.
So just so you
I'm a
know,
little worried.
just so you know, the mouse looks for shiny things.
Okay.
Okay. So Zarya, you're standing in the elevator with this other guard, and he's just sort of cranking away on the winch next to him to make the thing move. And
Is that what they call it?
shut up, Jesus
God.
Christ!
Cranking it.
The elevator judders to a halt at the end, and he reaches forward and pulls the door open. Melora, you see this because as the elevator is reaching to the top, it comes out of the center of the floor within Crowley's office. Like the floor sort of lifts up like a little trap door, and the elevator just sort of pops up right into the middle, and the door opens, and there's the guard and Farrell.
As I'm
And,
watching this, is there any mechanism like on his floor side that could lock that? Or is it just there?
It from what you saw, it looks like it's just two loose boards that when the elevator hits from underneath, they sort of like they're like layered on top of each other in such a way that they lift upward and allow the thing to pop up.
Okay.
So the two of you step off of the elevator, and Crowley looks up at the two of them. Was ist das? And the guard sort of goes, well, there's a group of adventurers downstairs. They say they're here to help you with the thefts. Help me in what way? And who is this? And looks at Azaria.
Azari like smiles over at him. I was sent to you as a present.
Shit.
You see the just like just disbelief in his face and sort of just what?
Hey, I just get the orders, and then I'm sent here.
Well, I'm
That's how our
afraid
establish works.
I am afraid you have something mistaken.
You're Lord Crowley, right?
I am, yes.
Well, then I'm certainly not mistaken.
And I am telling you, why did you let this one through the gates when I specifically told you no one was to enter the tower? Well, he said he was, I don't want to judge, sir. You see Lord Crowley sort of like his head goes into his hands, and he just
Azari like flips open the fan and hides the smile behind it.
whatever. The two of you get back on that elevator, go back downstairs, and I do not wish to ever see either of you again for the rest of the day, at least, please. I have things to do. Yo, right, sorry, old Crowley. Come on. And he like sort of grabs your elbow and is like, come on, let's go, like hurries back to the fucking elevator.
So did
Are you
Seduce the
following?
guard.
was Melora able to kind of peek around the corner and see if that was the same?
Well, no. Actually, Azaria is not gonna follow. Azaria is gonna just walk his way over to the desk and be like, no. To my client and tell them no.
Sorry, I think you cut out for a bit
Yep.
there.
You did.
Yeah, I probably did.
What did you
Repeat what you were
say?
just said to Crowley.
Yeah, what did you just say to Crowley? Because all I heard
Oh.
was
Reiterate.
client.
Yeah, Azaria's just like, I can't just go back to my boss and who's going to tell the client that you said no. That's not how our establishment works.
Well, then your establishment doesn't work.
Well, obviously it does.
Get out of my sight, please. I have
No.
things to do. I did not order a male hooker. I would not do such a thing. I would not do such a thing. But no, get out of here. God, please remove this person from my study.
Corkson!
What?
Corkson!
He never responded to the guard about the adventurers.
Yeah, he never responded about the adventure.
He did. I mean, he restated that he doesn't want to see anybody.
He restated that he didn't want to see those two.
Yeah, but he's like, I specifically told you, no one is to come into the tower.
What if I was to tell you my client was Lord Vase?
I would not be surprised. He has been trying to ruin my reputation for years.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call me ruining your reputation, considering I did not flaunt myself completely outside your gates. And if you were to just send me out, that would ruin your reputation even more. Because then I would be in full sight of everyone. And I could make a very big spectacle.
The girlie knows how to play.
So,
She's trying to die.
I am assuming that you and those adventurers downstairs are associated. Given
I've
your
heard about them.
insistence on not
I've heard
leaving.
about them. I like that.
I've heard about them a couple of times. I've seen them.
This. Fine, you have gained my attention. Bring them upstairs.
Yay!
And so the guard
Why,
nods,
thank you.
and goes back to the elevator and starts. He closes the door and starts winching in the opposite direction. Well, I mean, you can't see that, but you do see the elevator sink below the floor and the boards just thunk, slap down. on top
Azari
of each other.
walks over to one of the walls and just kind of relaxes back on it.
So
Why, thank you, sir.
I was correct that you are associated with those adventurers.
As I said, I've met them a couple of times.
Yes, we shall see. So, the rest of you, you're all sitting down here waiting, still waiting. It's been a couple minutes now, and the other guard steps back out of the front door and goes, all right, you all can come on in. And the other guards are like, fuck, what? He said we weren't to disturb him. He goes, yes, well,
I go.
things
I
change,
fucking go.
mate. Come on, lads and ladies, come on inside.
As I walk past, I look at that one guard and say, "See, I told you, you dumb fuck."
Shit.
Oh. And I just walk straight through the door.
Yeah, you did. You glitched through the door. Congrats.
I mean, I purposely moved my token there.
I know, but it's
Oh,
not supposed to let you through.
Oh,
interesting.
That's why I said you glitched yourself through the door. It's not supposed to let you go through walls.
apparently Zadok learned misstep. Misty step, whatever the hell it is.
No, it's because there's a tiny little hole between those two walls. So, you all walk into the little foyer entrance, and he goes, all right, before you go up, need you to turn your weapons in right there.
I turn in my weapons.
He points
Yeah,
to
same.
the counter, so...
Oh, sorry. We walked in and we're giving our weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little, there's like a coat rack kind of thing, like a coat check, but for weapons. There's like sword racks in this little room. It's kind of silly, but you're
Boris
handing your...
strongly objects to giving up his weapons, but
Do
eventually
we
does.
all have to go in? Can some of us just stay out here if they don't want to give up their weapons?
Here's the thing.
I mean, I have a weapon in
Oz walks up to the guard that asked us to remove our weapons, points at his face, and also his other clawed hand, and says, "Do you make me remove these?"
If you can, sure. But it's easier to disarm someone of a sword than their teeth.
I bite
You
pretty
just
good.
leave your weapons there for safety. It's all right. We're not gonna take them. They're getting hung up right fucking there. You come back down the elevator, you get them back.
I am still lethal without them. Why give them to you then?
Oz,
Then
just
stay down here. Fine.
Xerxes.
Way to go, Oz.
It's his weapon.
Yeah, Cabal does
good job.
Fine.
There was our big intimidating.
Nope. I left them.
Can I cast Unseen Servant to hang out with our weapons?
You
Would have had to cast it earlier.
attempt to, and nothing happens.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh boy.
I am suddenly unhappy with this place.
Oh,
Why would that be?
Yes.
Magical Zappy Boy?
So you walk through the foyer.
I've relinquished my weapons and I'm standing in the elevator.
All right, so everybody gets led through to the elevator, and he goes, "We might have to take 2 trips." Christ.
Me first.
Me
Boris
too.
jumps in quickly as well.
Yep. Okay, so it's 3.
It'll
Wait.
fit more. It'll fit more than that.
Does Bird
but-
Lady come down?
Yeah, Bird. Did you?
Burley does not come down. Burley is outside on a perch.
Okay.
She's our wild card.
It may have to be 3 with
Pretty
Oz.
much, because I'm the only one with weapons up there. Shit goes down.
Well, because the
I
guard
have
is
magic.
the guard's in there too. So it's the guard. Who else? Boris and Zadok and,
And
Oz.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna take too long. So you do take multiple trips of everybody getting up there, and eventually you're all standing in front of Lord Crowley, who's sitting at his desk with his fingers steepled, sort of looking at all of you over a kind of balding widow's peak with his hair slicked back, and he's looking at all of you. So, why are you here?
Before anything happens.
I cast Zone of Truth.
No, shut up. Before anything happens, I would like to attempt to cast Prestidigitation just to make a weird smell near Crowley to see if he reacts.
You go through the normal actions of casting this simple little trick spell, and you don't feel anything. You don't feel the spell go off, and Crowley doesn't react.
This may be a problem.
Don't worry, I still got vials of acid.
Do I see him trying to cast that? Like, would I understand what he's trying to do and that it didn't work?
I mean, you're looking through the window. You would have seen him do something. I don't know.
I feel
would
like
you
she
have?
would have seen. I feel like there would have been a look of confusion on my face at the very least.
Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. Then you see him you see his hand move, and then you just see the brows furrow, and he just sort of looks around a little bit, sort of the fuck.
Okay.
So then I ask again, why are you here? Why do you stand before Lord Crowley?
You know much?
Well, we know
Things.
who's been stealing from your farms.
Really? And he sort of leans back in his chair. Then go on.
It's the Maulers. Out of character, I don't want to tell them that they're selling the stuff to ghosts.
That's fine.
Yet. Okay.
I had my suspicions of this already. They are the biggest organization in the city. What proof do you have?
Is Oz still wearing Alexander's armor?
Yes.
I point at Oz.
And I like shake my like shoulder, like my armor.
And for the first time, Crowley like looks at Oz, and you see his eyes go wide for a second before he like, recomposes himself, and he goes, "Yes, a dragonborn in a suit of armor.
This was one of theirs.
Really?
It belonged to a man named Alexander Payne.
Oh, Payne. Good, he's out of the picture. He was one of their worst. Supposedly
Yes.
the leader.
No
Far as I have
longer
heard.
a pain.
Based on the conversation we had with him, I think it's safe to assume he was not the leader. He may have been a higher up, though.
Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, he's dead,
Okay.
and that's our proof because we killed him at one of your farmsteads.
While he was trying to
this was the
steal
Boyle
it.
farmsteads the other
Yes.
night. We've heard, yes. Bit of a tussle at their barn.
A little bit. It's okay. It wasn't that bad. I wouldn't really call it a tussle. More like an execution.
So, why are you here speaking to me? You have spoken with the Boyle woman. Yes, she is the one in charge of her farm.
Well, we are led to believe that that's not the only farm getting hit, and that all the farms getting hit belong to you. We assume this would be a matter that would concern you.
Oh, it's not. I do not own all of the farms in the city. We are.
God, I hate Adolf Crowley.
I really do too.
We do not own all the farms in the city. We only own 3 of them.
Yes.
I am going for all
Don't you
6
mean
by
dry?
the end of next year.
Don't you mean 999?
Why do you do
All
this?
6 by the...
I tried to come up with a new accent for a new character, and you guys just shit on it.
It's because he's got.
Don't.
It's a good
let them say
douchebag
you
voice.
are
I do like it.
I see. What I
Crowley.
tried to do originally was like a mixture between French and German to make him like the ultimate douchebag, but I couldn't do it.
It's okay.
I'm just saying,
Mission
Azara's
accomplished
watching
anyway.
This like a fucking tennis
Okay.
match,
Um,
going back and forth.
I've got another question. Is there something I can roll to see if I can figure out why my magic isn't working?
Detect
Like
magic.
perception, insight, arcana.
Might be an Arcana check.
Can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Please, God. Motherfucker, dude.
Can I try? I'm just sitting there doing nothing really.
I mean, you're not really that much of a magical caster yet.
Alright, so here's the thing.
You never know.
I understand that you only own 3 farms. Those 3 farms are the only farms that are getting hit.
Wrong.
I thought that's what they told us.
All
That
of, no, all of the farms
Okay.
are getting hit.
okay, I thought it was only...
Every single farm in the city, all the major ones are getting hit.
All of them are getting hit. Fantastic. Do we tell them about the ghosts? How many guards are there? Guards in the room with us?
There's no, not that you can see.
Okay, guys,
There's 2 versions of how this is gonna go.
I can get really, really bold, but we have no weapons.
Which
Wrong.
Is I have vials of acid, which
I have teeth,
now
and there's a
I can
Melora
get
outside.
Really bold.
Yeah, she never got checked. She straight up said she only had a fan and they let her in. So
Okay,
she's got her
so
weapon.
Azaria is our only hope right now.
And Melora.
And my
Wow.
teeth,
Melora,
and my literal
Okay.
bite attack.
I have an
Is my
idea.
magic?
I have an idea. I have an idea. All right. Oh God, I can't. I don't want to. I feel like
What?
if I explain what I want to happen.
Explain it though. Just It's
Just-
okay.
But I feel like giving direction to characters is telling them what to do and giving the idea before it comes through, and that's not right.
Hey man, you're the face.
I have a water skin I can stuff into his mouth and make it where
So
he
I
can't
kind of just
scream.
want to blow this whole thing up and piss him off. Who are our heaviest party members?
I have bandages.
I
Me?
think,
Boris and Oz, right?
yeah.
If I piss him off, can you guys just stand on top of the elevator?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
There's no one else in here with him.
I'm just
It's just-
saying,
I was
I have
wondering if it
candles as
locked.
well.
There's no one else in
We
here
could
with him.
just-
Okay, fantastic.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
my magic does mean nothing right
Not
now.
even- What if this guy is like a level 20 wizard and Scomp's just like?
Well, if I can't use magic, neither can he.
Well, apparently he bends after a while, so he's not supposed to be much of a fight.
Yeah. Okay.
How high
So
is the ceiling?
fine.
It's probably like 20 foot.
All right.
Okay.
It's a
Alright,
big
alright.
vaulted ceiling. Like you're in the top of a tower.
Okay.
Just tell me
Okay,
to
all
sit
right,
on the
all right,
elevator and I'll
okay.
do it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I'm about to just run off everything we know about him. So
Okay.
here's the thing. After we defeated the Maulers, who were trying to steal the supplies, Alexander explained to us that he didn't know who they were selling them to. They were to be brought to a location and there was gold waiting for them. So we did exactly that. And we waited. And it turns out the supplies are being picked up by the Horde, the undead. There was a ghost there. I'm 10 years older because of it.
The horde?
Yes, the
Why,
Horde.
yes.
Now, here's the other thing, because clearly you're a little bitch because I can hear your voice cracking. We know that you're in league with the Maulers because I killed a group of bandits and I found notes signed by Crowley.
Or
And I
just
step
kinda, like,
up
jumps
and
up.
cross my arms right behind Zadok.
So if you could quit playing stupid and tell us what the fuck is going on, that'd be fantastic.
You say you found a note signed by me?
Yes.
Fine. Yes, I have worked with the Mollers. I have gotten them lucrative work, and they have kept my businesses running.
So why are
But
you
you
selling
say
the undead?
I did not know this. This was an opportunity given to me by an anonymous individual.
Do
Yeah.
you
Now, when
contact
you say
them?
But then a
anonymous,
slight problem.
when you say anonymous, do you say anonymous because you actually don't know who it is?
I
or
do
you
not
say
know.
anonymous because you're scared to tell us?
I do not know who it is. They came here dressed in hoods with a mask. They said that they had money for some supplies that we would not miss. We said, sure. Now you tell me that they were an agent of the Horde.
Yes.
This is not my attention. He's like fiddling with the pen that he had in his hand. He's like spinning it end over end in his fingers, just sort of like frantically fiddling with something, looking at the ground. You can see like the cogs turning in his head as he's trying to like figure out what's going on.
Is there a chair?
Who is a bunny?
So really, it's no big deal.
Should-
You're just
should-
helping the enemy of all mankind.
Scott, is there a chair in the room?
You don't.
Is there a chair in the room?
There's multiple chairs, yeah.
I grab one and grab the pen out of his hand and suggest he sit down. Very persuasively looking.
But he's sitting at his desk.
He's sitting at
Oh,
his
he's
desk.
still sitting? I thought he stood.
Yeah, no, he's sitting at his desk.
Never
like
mind.
he's just like
Sit in this chair.
Get up!
Yeah.
Now sit down in this one.
so you like from an outside perspective, looking at this man, like, you've just told him some really bad news. Like, he is not happy right now. He was unaware of where these supplies were going, is what you sort of are gathering from his demeanor.
Okay, off like screen. Should we like tell him that it's even worse than he's suspecting?
Yes. Why not?
Okay, good idea. So here's what we do. I push one of the chairs up to the other side of his desk. And then I sit down in the chair and put both my feet up on his desk. And say, listen here, Reggie. You're dealing with some really, really bad shit. You have no idea what you're doing. And the kind of danger that you're putting people in. And how bad this shit is. There was a lich. There was 2 liches. We fucking fought them. I don't know where I'm going with this. Somebody help.
As you're
We've killed
telling
one.
this story, you're watching the color like drain with every word out of his face. Like, he is just like shit.
Azara kind of like inches his way over and is just like, yeah, and the army's actually getting all those supplies, and now they have to sort through and find out if they're poisoned or not, and that's all on you.
You see his face drop even further. And you see the color is now completely gone, and he's stammering in an attempt to put together a coherent sentence. Like, he is not in a good place. He is
Azari like
terrified.
Azari like leans closer. Azari like leans closer, teeth like sharpening, and just like puts a hand on his face. Now, what's the king gonna do to you?
I was unaware. This was not my intention. It was supposed to be just
the king's army.
Supposed to be just an easy, quick buck for those brutes.
But as I said, does being unaware help the king's army? The fact that you were helping the brutes?
Stop playing quiet.
I've got more questions.
You're on their side. What are you working for them for? Why are you betraying all of us?
I've got more questions.
I do not work for the Horde. I work for myself. Myself alone.
How's that going?
The people that came to you, did they work? The ones who came to you with the job offer, did they come directly to you, or was that through the Maulers?
That was through Payne, actually. He had a contact for some other jobs that he had done, and he recommended them to me. They came to me. They said, "Drop the supplies off. They get paid. It's easy. We're paying more than what it's worth. Just an easy job. Stealing from farms is easy."
I have a question.
Okay, so bad news.
Did you never think that it was too easy?
In our line of work, there's no such thing as too easy.
Wow, what a little bitch thing to say.
So
You see that now, huh?
that much money for just a couple of bags of grain.
I knew there
Stealing
was
from
a
little
catch. I
farm
didn't know
hands.
that it was. Didn't know it was a horde.
I have another question. This is an important question. I'm sitting there looking at him, and I'm like shaking my hands in front of him and in front of myself. Where is the zap? Where is my zap?
Oh, you are a caster. This whole building is an anti-magic zone. Extra bit
How?
of protection.
Ooh, do I hear that?
Yeah, I'll say that you're like intently listening, that you hear stuff going on.
Yeah,
Is it the material the building is made out of? Is there something somewhere? How?
Enchantments throughout the building.
Okay.
Protective wards all over the place. There is no way to break them, I am afraid.
That's
Your
Wards and
magic
prayers.
is useless in here.
just burn down the building from the outside.
Yes, burn down the stone tower. We've been through this.
I'm just
Not
saying,
with you.
Azari has
Melt
stepped.
it.
Azari's already stepped back and is smiling at Lord Crowley with his sharp teeth.
Okay.
Wait. If there's
So-
no magic, can she shift?
Do you have?
No.
It's part of my bio. What? It's part of my
Is
biology.
it? Yeah, but I think it's a magical part of your biology. Let me just check.
I still feel like magic that comes from within yourself, like that, probably.
Wait, does that mean she shifts back to her original form?
Yeah, I feel like if she can't shift, then we have to retcon that she changed as soon as we got in. It sent her back to her form, and
You
so
would not be able to shift in the anti-magic field, but you wouldn't change back. Only the transition
Okay.
is magical. The result isn't.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, that's
Aw,
It's
can't
like
do sharp
it's like
teeth.
it's like an ingrained magical ability that you have. It's like the magics in Warcraft, dragons in Warcraft, how they can change into human form or whatever.
Do you
so-
have any other contacts within the Maulers besides Alexander?
Or a way to contact them.
Hold on. I swear I wrote some other people down. I just have to bring up my
Characters.
character list. I fucking didn't. I do have other members, but I never named them.
Well,
I know. I'm
General
We already
very
General
had
Area.
anti.
Alexander Payne.
Huh?
We already had Alexander Payne, so let's have like Bruce suffering.
Hey, it could be that kid that you guys ditched in Carthon. or Vardoon.
Good.
He wouldn't be that
And
old
then
yet.
Henry Hurt.
God
Henry
damn it.
Hurst.
Oh god, I fucking hate that.
I want Tommy Anguish.
No, it's Angus Anguish.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Excuse me, sirs.
excuse me, sir, but I'm in pain.
Wow, that's too much info.
Yeah, we don't need to know your personal.
Okay, so while
Welcome to the house of pain.
while you're naming
fuck.
Maulers, I also would like to ask Crowley.
Sorry, that fucking laughter just brought back my headache for a second. I'm back.
The
Hello.
one that knocked
Okay.
you out. I'm
I-
sorry.
Also, Crowley, Reggie, my man, Reggie. Good
Do
sir.
not call me this.
Listen, Reggie.
Reggie, you're in deep
I'm
shit.
gonna need a written confession from you.
Excuse me?
He
A
is
written
not
confession?
asking.
Signed with your fancy signature at the bottom. That says I, Reggie, was stealing from my own
Maybe-
farms and the other farms.
Maybe
and
not Reggie in the
I,
paper.
He's right. Use your douche name.
I love douche name, man.
That explains that you were behind the theft from the farms.
Will not admit to any of this because it makes me look even more worse.
So you're
that
trying to
possible?
you're trying to convince him to write a written confession?
That he is in league with the Maulers. Yes.
Make
Please.
a persuasion check.
I'm also.
Please, God, rolls, please.
Can I
Please
give him
roll.
advantage?
God, fuck, dude.
I'm trying to intimidate Crowley.
I
Can he
haven't
roll with
rolled better
advantage?
than a 4 tonight.
I'm just saying, Azara can always bring out the
big guns.
acid.
Oh God, that's not what I was thinking.
I got the acid waiting.
So
It's up
One
my
more week.
sleeves, just waiting.
So you make this, and then Oz, you're following it up with sort of standing there intimidatingly.
Well, I was like, he didn't ask. Like, I'm trying to intimidate him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the intimidation. We'll see like how these two work together. If you can
Please,
carry
Oz.
it. All right, you can carry
Thank God.
it. You want me to write confession implicating myself with the Mollis.
You asked for
That's
proof.
what I
We
said.
need other proof.
If
3
the
times
shoe
now.
fits.
Hey. Is there nothing I can do for you? Perhaps a job of some
You've
kind?
been helping the undead There's nothing.
Unknowingly.
Does not
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, Azari is like starting to put one hand.
You cut out real bad at the worst possible time.
I'm assuming she's trying to grab one of her bodies.
Yeah, Azari is like starting to put one hand up his sleeve and like bringing out a vial.
Oh Jesus!
Do I notice? Azaria is still standing like right next to him, right?
I don't know.
Azaria, are you still standing right next to him? Please say yes.
Against the
Yes,
wall.
I am.
So, do I notice Azaria doing this if she's still standing right next to him?
We'll say you do, yeah.
All right. So listen, Crowley, my dude, and I hold out both of my hands and say, "Let me see your hand."
So this guy's gonna be Crowley up at the front there.
Hey, why do I not have a map? I can't see
Oh,
anything.
because I deleted you off of here because you went upstairs.
I'm still staring at the courtyard map. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm just putting you guys in like relative places, basically.
Okay.
And this guy over here will be Crowley.
Okay. So then, aren't we like me, Azaria, and Oz are right in front of them? Then, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I
yeah.
said relative. I was hoping you guys would move yourselves to where you are.
Would you say like the elevator comes up like here?
Right in the center, yeah.
All right. Boris is like sitting on it doing yoga at this point.
Dwarf yoga.
It's
So
very
I hold
gassy.
out my hands and say, Crowley, let me look. Give me your hand.
Hold my hand.
Why would I do this?
It's
Looks a little scared.
It's a kobold. I don't want to say ritual.
I'm shaking.
But like
my head. No.
it's a kobold
I'm repeatedly shaking my head.
ritual of affirmment. Something
Affirmation?
that sounds
Affirmate?
good. Affirmation.
Ritual divine ferment.
It's a ritual of affirmation.
Don't bring me into this.
If it is a kobold thing, I am not a kobold, if you could not tell.
I understand that you're not a kobold, but we kobolds are very open with our
Hand holding.
customs, and I would like to share this moment with you. I understand that you're scared because you've been accidentally helping the horde.
I know you're scared, baby.
Please just let me see your hand. Put your hand in mine.
he like slowly reaches his hand out, palm
Give it
up.
the big boy.
I feel your palms. They're
Oz
sweating.
grabs
I reach
it.
both of my hands. Oz, no. I reach both of my hands out and I grab onto his. Azaria, do it.
Do the thing, Azaria.
Azari like yanks out, brings out the cork.
Now, Reggie.
And cuts out.
Yep.
Now, Reggie. Do you know what that is in her hand? His hand? Their hand?
What are you doing?
Azari like moves it to the side right next to his hand, but not quite, and just puts a little dab on the desk. Watch as it melts through.
Answer their questions, Reggie. They'll do it, man. Crazy.
Now, would you please give us a written confession?
He's like frantically panicking. Oz, are you gonna grab his arm to try and hold him there? Because he's gonna try and pull.
Yes.
Do it.
That's
do
the
it,
whole
Oz.
reason I did it.
Okay. So yeah, he's trying to pull his arm away. He's like frantically like, it wasn't on purpose.
It doesn't matter.
Don't lose your
The
hand.
horde.
I want to dink the tip of my arrow on his window because my bow is drawn behind him.
So he like looks over his shoulder at hearing the tank, and it's like the horror movie like over the shoulder look where he's like slowly looking to his left. Like, he's like his hand is held by a dragonborn and a kobold, and he's just like turning and looking behind him, and his eyes are just wide. He's fucking. You guys are terrorizing this man.
Well,
Sign the confession,
Vase
Tommy.
asked us to bring back some sort of...
Fine, I fine.
evidence.
Yeah. Why, thank you.
For the greater
Sorry,
good.
like,
It's for the best. You'll be fine. You'll be better after you do this.
Azari like puts the cork back in the little thing and is like, I'm glad we didn't have to use.
What are we guys doing?
Now, guys, remember, we are going to be taking him with us.
We don't have to.
Yeah, but I really don't want to mess with his little buddies downstairs.
So
He's too scared to play with his own life, so if we threaten his life...
Okay, so we have Melora sitting outside of a window with an arrow trained on him. He's going to let us walk out.
Yep.
Yep.
That checks out to me.
I think so. I don't want to take him with us. We
Nah, I
don't
don't
need
I'm just
either.
saying.
It's gonna look worse.
Azari has her orange crystals as well.
The explosion
I'm ready
ones?
to blow
Oh,
shit
God.
up too.
Oh,
Yes, I'm ready to blow shit up. We'll blow up.
We'll blow this place up.
I'm ready for that too, honestly.
So wait, as soon as
I might not be a.
as soon as we exit the building, our magic works, right?
Maybe not.
As soon as you leave the like courtyard premises area, yeah.
Oh, I gotta leave the whole premises.
Yep. The courtyard,
I'll
like
throw you, Zadok. Maybe in midair you can do it in like an arcing
my
way.
thought
I'm
process-
just
my thought
saying.
process was climb out of the window and have
Azari,
and stand on the outside of the window if I needed to have Melora pick me up.
Well, like Gandalf
Azari,
and the
like,
fucking
kind
Eagles.
of.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Azari kind of like.
yes, kind of
Sorry,
like
kinda cuts
Cut out. Yep.
hello.
Can Melora use magic?
She's
I have
still-
some
she's
magic,
still within
but
the
I
My bad.
She
know
is.
if
I'm just
she is
saying-
still within the anti-magic field.
Okay.
all the way up here.
It's the entire building, like emanates like an anti-magic aura. Basically, he's got
Good
wards
thing I didn't
placed
try to do what I tried to do.
all over the place.
Basically, it reaches 90 feet from the building.
Well, you guys are in the center of the building. Like, you guys are in the tower, right? The very tippy top of the tower. I just have you in this courtyard map because I didn't make a map for his single room.
Still use my fists.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take the the written confession from him. I look over it to make sure it's legit.
Is it legit?
I look
He
over
didn't-
Zadok's shoulder like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he didn't try and pull a fast one on you.
Good.
It's he writes out sort of not detailing, but he explains his involvement with the Maulers through Alexander Payne, and that was his connection to them and stuff like that.
We also need that list of other contacts that you have.
Well, the only other contact I have is an Adil Dun, a human who works for the Maulers. He works at the temple.
Okay.
For a dune at the temple.
Adil Dun.
Is that the name of the human?
Oh, we're looking to get a deal for a dune at the temple.
That's the name of the human. He works at the temple here in Havenfall?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, we made friends with the head cleric.
We don't know what the head cleric's name is.
He
That's
is
okay.
a good man.
Yeah, I
Nezran Bolyar?
made it.
We do know what his name is. Okay.
I made it.
Deacon Bolyar? Yeah, he's a good dude.
Okay. So, you have been very forthcoming with the information. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that.
This could have gone
Didn't
much
have-
worse.
It could have gone much worse.
We were allowed to kill you.
You see his jaw just sort of drops.
God,
I'm just saying, Azari kind of like hikes up one of the flowy leggings and brings out a dagger and is like, yeah, you know, it's our job.
So,
You
we're
made
going to
wise
need you to
choices
stay
today.
here quietly at your desk, continue doing whatever you were doing so that we can leave. And just to be sure,
I have sounded no alarms. I have
we
not
are aware.
called
And just to be
anyone.
sure that you don't do it while we're on our way out. Our friend over there outside your window isn't going to leave that spot until we're safely outside.
I hear this and nod, and I keep my bow steady.
I
I'm
wave.
perched on his windowsill with this fucking bow.
Okay.
I
I
would
would-
wave, but I can't.
I do have to call the elevator though. If you do wish to leave.
That is
Forrest kind of like lazily gets off.
He sort of like he reaches off to the side around the right-hand side of his desk and he presses a button. And you hear sort of a buzz over the elevator, and it will take a moment for them to bring it up.
Also, just for the future, maybe hire some smarter guards.
What do you think I hire
Yeah.
stupid guards? They follow my orders literally.
Yeah, but they're
They still, Azara like smiles and is like, they still let me in.
Well, nothing can protect me against the dishonest.
Smarter guards, perhaps?
What was that?
Smarter guards, perhaps?
As always.
So you're all,
says Oz.
you're all sitting there, and
Surgical militia.
you hear the clunk, and you watch as the little like the panels pop open as the elevator rises out of the center of the room, and the guard that was in there previously, the more intelligent of the two that you had spoken to down there, he opens the door and goes, "All right, who's coming on the first trip?"
Me.
I would like to.
All right.
I want to get out of this hellhole. I don't like it here.
He has no magic. He doesn't like it.
I stay behind and keep my eyes trained on this guy.
I'm just saying, Azara is staying right where they are until the last trip.
While they're going
After
down
all.
on the first trip, is there any valuables anywhere?
Oh gosh.
Was he able to lift anything? He does have a magic hand. He can do it really easily.
He can't cast
He
it,
doesn't have a magic hand.
though. He literally can't cast his magic
You're
hand.
right. I have two magic hands.
Yeah, yes, actually.
He's a magic man.
He uses Normie hand.
I mean, there's valuables, but like, what are you looking for?
Anything like not super big, but
Something you can
I
fit
want
in your
something
pocket.
expensive. Yeah, something that I can fit within my pocket or hide under my cloak.
Like a souvenir.
Yeah.
All right, so like Griffin's looking around at all of the. There's like, or there's
Yeah,
one.
I would have been doing this while everything was going on, by the way.
I have
Okay.
something to add to this after you're done.
So
Because I would have used the distraction of scaring him.
you've made your way like around the outside of the room, looking at all of the little cabinets and nooks and crannies that stuff is stored and stuff like that. And you've found your way over to an area that's a little glass case with a bunch of sort of ceremonial looking fancy daggers that have all sorts of jewels and gems encrusted in the hilts and things like that. And they look to be one of the more valuable things in the room.
How many are there?
There's like 6 or 7 of them in the case. And they're all different styles. Like some of them are sort of a kukri, sort of curved blade. Some are like a karambit. Some of them are more of the what's that big Arabic knife?
Scimitar?
No, not the scimitar. Like not Arabic. It's like the one with like the fat end.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Kree in there as well.
Where is those daggers positioned in position to where he is?
I'll
Just like I know.
You're like over here. There's just like a little display case, and this
Where?
is
I
like
didn't see it.
where you're sitting right now.
It's like where the
Oh, okay. So his back would have been turned during the whole acid thing when she was.
He's sitting
when she
there
was
like
pretty much.
we're gonna say that this is happening like while that interrogation's going on. So
Yeah, I
his
didn't wanna bring
attention
it
is
up.
away from you.
Okay, cool. I'll take 3 of the daggers.
All right. So you manage to pocket 3 of them and
where
head back. Huh?
No, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I want to know what.
Were there any that caught Griffin's eye? Maybe. He just grabbed 3 random ones.
Yeah, did
I
you
don't
grab
know
any
what-
specific
I mean,
ones?
if they had jewels in it, I mean, I'm gonna take them. I just didn't. I didn't want to grab too many.
We'll say that he took like the most jewel encrusted 3 that he could see. Like the hilts are sort of like each little ridge where your knuckles lay has like a gemstone peeking out through your fingers. Like they're all real fancy daggers. They're not meant for actual combat. They're like showpieces, you know. They could fetch a good price to the right seller.
Sounds great.
And just so you know, by the time I get downstairs, my mouse is probably going to end up returning to me. So it's up to you if you find something or not.
So he looks for shiny stuff.
Small shiny objects that you can like just trade for basically scraps of food.
Okay. We'll say that he's managed to find
Find a little fucking
someone's necklace. He's found like a little golden locket kind of necklace. When you get down there, you see him perched on the like next to the lamp.
usually makes his way back to the pocket. So when I look in my pocket, he's usually already there.
All right, so yeah, you walk out the front door and
Or my
you like feel the motion in your pocket. You're like, "Oh, hey, buddy!" Stick your hand in, get what he's brought you, and yeah, it's a little golden necklace.
Yeah. I don't show it or anything yet. But when
Okay.
I get outside, yeah.
So yeah, you all make your way down the elevator. The guard sort of just quiet, not talking to you guys, like just sort of doing his job, making sure the elevator runs, you know. And walking into the foyer to get your weaponry back, there's the same 4 guys that are sitting around inside with their weapons ready, you know. Reserve guard, basically, for the door. You collect your weaponry and head out into the courtyard with no interference, no fanfare, you know, they just sort of let you go.
Awesome.
I want to look down and count all the little dots down there, make sure everyone's out, and then tap on the window again, and just kind of wave. Be like, "Hey, you did the right thing. Bye!" And just kind of swoop down.
And you see, like, Lord Crowley's just sort of, he's still, like, shaking a little bit. He's scared. You guys left him shook.
Fucking good.
As soon as Baker gets past the gates, I like kind of pull a gold necklace out of my pocket and show it to him and slip it back in. Or
Big
Barrett.
thumbs up. A big smile and a big thumbs up.
Alrighty then.
Can we take a second to
so-
appreciate that we solved the problem without Azaria sleeping with anyone or any of us killing anyone?
Hey, I didn't even have to use the acid completely.
Still use
So,
You're right. We did
I'm
a
very
great
proud.
job.
one thing else I wanted to show you guys
Good job,
was
Griffin.
this is the tunnel map that I made. I put it up in Discord. Hello.
Oh, very cool.
I'm here.
So you've got
Hey.
the top left is just the tunnel map without anything. Bottom left has it overlaid, and the right hand has it overlaid on like the current map without all the crazy colors.
Where were we again?
Oh, the
What was
tunnels
you guys
are
were at
kinda hard
Crowley
to see.
Tower.
We're at the one on the far left.
far left? Oh,
There's an entrance to the tunnel here at Crowley's place.
Okay.
Off to the temple.
There's an entrance to that tower from the sewers. Maybe. Or
Yeah,
is that
Scum,
an
is it like inside the building or is it nearby?
Yeah.
You didn't ask him, so you don't know.
Oh. So we don't see an obvious entranceway to like
From where you guys are in the courtyard, no.
Okay.
If somebody wants to retcon that they asked him about this,
That'd be great.
What are the tunnels specifically for? Like what would be
Fast
the
travel. Secret
Meaning-
travel.
yeah, travel through the areas. So you show Crowley the tunnel map that you found, and he is intimidated enough that he was willing to give you the names of the locations that are on that map.
Wonderful.
He also
Scott,
tells you...
Just replace the top map with that one, if you can.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
Just because then we don't have to have like 6 maps overlaid.
Fucking go. There we go. And he also tells you that the entrance under his tower is just in his basement.
Okay.
And that the hideout that they have listed there is literally just the basement under his property.
Mm.
You mean the southern hideout?
Ooh, Main
No,
Street
like this
Cemetery.
area. This is just his property. Like that's his basement underneath all of his land that he owns on this corner.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
there's-
figured there's not like a hideout in the catacombs of the temple. They just get out there.
That one actually is a hideout.
Oh, wow.
That one actually they've taken over the temple catacombs and sort of pressed their way into owning them essentially.
Well, shit. Why didn't we just go through the Crowley catacombs to the temple?
Well, that's what I think we should do now.
No, we should go to.
But the one guy works at the temple for the.
Okay,
connections,
so we can still just go to the temple and ask about that guy. We should take the letter to.
Yeah,
Vase.
so we should go to
First?
the temple.
Yes.
Yes.
It is on your way, so you can stop in at the manor and drop the note off to
All right.
the vase.
The vase face.
Base. I like vase.
Jesus.
All
right, so you get back on your horses, or I don't know if you guys walked here. Or...
I feel like we walked.
Okay.
Static's hugging, vase.
I eventually meet you guys on the floor.
Yeah, you come flying back down and meet up with them. So you all head off back down the main boulevard over towards Mace Vanner. Mace Vanner?
Vase.
Wow.
Mace
Mace
Vanner.
Manor. Thanks,
That's a new
Dyslexia.
character name. You should write that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that because that's going to confuse me even worse. Jesus
Banner at
Christ.
Vase's
So you arrive at the front entrance of the manor, and you see there are there's 2 guards on either side of the door, as there were the last time you arrived. And they recognize you. They go, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
We have a letter for.
We have
Lord
proof.
Vase.
Oh, lovely. Go on in. He'll be up in his study for you.
Thank you very much.
No
Thank
problem.
ya.
Wow,
So
those
you
guys
all-
are way nicer than the others.
Well, it turns out when you're working for the guy
So much
that
nicer.
employs them,
Yeah, but the other Vase's guards are still dickheads.
That's just because they're
The other
idiots.
basic guards
that's
are
just
idiots,
because
too.
they're the dumbest of the dumb. You have to understand that the majority of the military fighting force in this country is no longer in the country. Like, they're in the Desolate Reach right now.
They're in
Yeah, but dumb doesn't mean rude. They could be nice.
The people that are guarding like the tower and the castle and shit like that, they're the ones that got left behind. They're the ones that were like, we don't need them on the front. They can stay.
They're the little runts
Yeah,
that
they're-
were left in the den.
They're the people that were just left behind. Like, you know what? You're fine where you are.
You'll do more good here.
Yeah, basically. So you,
And now they're taking out their spitefulness on us.
pretty much, yeah. So you guys head into the manor and up towards Vase's study, and you walk in, and he looks up. Oh, back already? It's only
Guess
been
what?
an hour.
And I hand him the paper.
We didn't even have to kill him or torture him. Actually, it was kind of strange for
It
us.
is a shame. Well,
Don't worry.
he takes
we
the
did.
paper and he like looks it over, and so he was just working with the moles.
Azari like smirks. Don't worry, we burnt a hole through his desk with acid. And you might want to know, but his entire tower is an anti-magic field. It's very annoying.
Yes, he made a very big deal about that when he was having it constructed.
It would have been nice to have known that before we left. Thank you.
Oh, I apologize.
Don't worry, I kept vials of acid.
I'm not a
And
caster.
terrified the
I
shit out
can't use
of him.
magic. It doesn't really affect me, so it's not something I think about. I should have told you. I apologize.
Oh, and if you get like a letter from him saying you sent a court sign to him, yeah, that was my way of getting in. Sorry.
This gets better and better. You embarrassed him and you got a confession out of Lovely.
We scared him pretty good too.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, he kind of lost all color whenever we said anything about the horde.
I
It was
believe
kind of
you
really
said
bad.
coward.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
coward.
it was very bad.
However, when it comes to the horde, I can't really blame anyone for being a coward now, can I? But this confession, this is lovely. This is perfect. Is there any other information that you've acquired from him? Anything else that he spoke of?
He has another.
Sorry, what?
He has another contact with the Maulers. It's
Good. So
it's
he
a
didn't just work through pain. Excellent.
yeah, a Dil Dunn who's in the temple.
Acolyte,
Do you happen to know him?
Acolyte Dunn? He's
Yes.
a new member of the temple over there. He just started there about a year
Well,
ago.
he's also with the Maulers.
Ah, poor
They're all
boy.
players.
He is a misguided boy. Don't hurt him, please. He is just a child almost.
We got acid.
Does that
Don't
mean
worry.
he will scare
We just
easy?
scare. Don't worry, children. We just scare. We don't kill them.
Children respond good to acid.
No, they
No,
respond good to
please.
sharp teeth, claws, but we don't actually.
Guys, why
Attack
not
'em.
just like candy for once? Like, or
Do
like
we
a,
even have candy?
I don't know, for like a stuffed animal, or
I mean,
maybe
he's
we
not
treat
he's not
someone
a
to
literal
some pie.
child. He's like 17, 19, something like that.
I have wine.
Yeah, I think Melora means more like we always do it the mean way. We're just gonna keep doing mean shit.
I'm sorry, I like kind of looked over. I have wine. We can get him drunk.
We're not gonna get him drunk. He's a child. We're not gonna hurt him. And I start arcing lightning between my fingertips. We'll just scare him a little bit.
Child, this is medieval times.
I mean, I guess we can cast suggestion on him and just make him talk.
He's like midlife.
He's a teenager, Azaria. You can make him talk.
Okay, that's true. I can, but still, we're trying not to go down that path.
This will be the one time
Come
you're
on.
using your powers for good.
As Azari like points over to Cabal and is like, "Come on, not in front of Cabal."
Cabal understands. It's not like you're gonna bang the teenager.
I mean, unless Cabal wants to join in with.
Oh,
No,
Christ.
no,
All right.
no.
What?
Bad Azaria. You do that
Okay,
outside.
well, this conversation seems to be one that you should have amongst yourselves outside.
Is only
See, you do that outside.
Is there any other information that would be useful to us, or should I just send the constables in to collect Crowley?
Go get Crowley.
Can you wait
And
until we
if you
get
need-
back from talking to the boy?
Yes. If you need anyone to torture him more, I will happily bring.
Can we get him? Can you make us constables? Can I have a coin?
You are deputies already with your badges, but no. We will retrieve Lord Crowley and hold him here in the prison.
I want to watch that.
You want to watch us hold him in the prison?
No, bringing him in.
Well,
If he has the contacts,
We're running to the temple to talk to the boy, and then we can come back.
If he has contacts, why don't you just flip him as an asset?
Well, that is our intention. Lord Crowley's always been
If you want to
counter.
flip him as an asset, maybe arresting him in broad daylight is not the answer.
Yeah, use the tunnels.
Don't even do that. Maybe just
Hey,
go have
no
a
one will see.
conversation with him. Let him know that he could be arrested, and let him know that you're going to work. That he has an option to work. If you make any sort of spectacle of him getting arrested, he'll be dead before he can help.
Possibly. I will send a missive to him. I'll have him come here, I think, instead of me going to speak with him like every other time. Put him
Call
in
him
his
Reggie.
place for once.
Call him Reggie. He loves that.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't.
But it's funnier to see that face that he makes.
Oh, I'm aware. I've dealt with him for years. He's always been a cantankerous git. So, you're off to the temple then to continue your investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my! I sent some of our guards to some of the tunnel entrances that you had identified on that map. Haven't heard back from them yet, but it's only been an hour, so.
We've had to grease a few palms lately. Do you mind slipping us some funds?
When did you have to grease palms?
She doesn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Make a persuasion check.
Damn it! Why am I the one to think of this?
Damn it! Why do I have to roll dice in D&D?
Oh God! Bad.
Oh, good.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, it's like just like face palming.
He just sort of looks at you like the way that you say it is, yeah, we've had to, grease a few palms. You think you could slip us some money?
The hands of people?
And he just sort of looks at you and his eyebrow goes up and he goes, good try.
Damn.
I appreciate the effort. But the reward for this is a cleaner Havenfall and a cleaner nation. So
We're running out of lacquer, though.
Xerxes, we're killing undead. Come on.
So you guys are heading out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Failed persuasion check.
You're lucky that Lord Vase, this Lord Vase likes you guys. He's just like, that was good try. Good try.
He sees through my shit, but I'm not willing to admit it.
So you head back out onto the main thoroughfare here and head off towards the temple. Entering back into the more slummy area and then back out into the courtyard in front of the temple. And you see Deacon Bulliar standing in front of the temple, wearing his white robes with the blazing hand embroidered on the chest.
I nudge Melora, say, okay, go try to be friendly.
Oh, okay. I run up and I say hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi. We're here and we need to talk to, I'm like looking back at we're Hun? Run. Gun.
Done. Acolyte Done, yes. And he sort of looks, he goes, the rest of your friends with you.
Oh, yeah, they're really nice. So we're gonna just come in and talk? Is that okay?
No, that's Yes, please. I gather your friends and come with me, please.
Oh, thank you. And I look back at Zadok and just give him like a really good grin and a thumbs up, like, yeah, it's working.
And as you guys are like looking, you see the deacon, like he puts his hand up, like his palm facing him, like flapping his arm towards himself, like, come on, come here, like looking at all of you, making that come here movement.
We follow. I follow. I don't care what anybody else says. I follow.
I follow.
He holds open the door of the temple and he's like, we'll be going into my office in the back room right there. I need to speak with all of you.
Okay.
I don't want to go into the back room with the priest.
Oh, God. Don't worry. It's the Church of Poltar, not the Church of Christ. It's okay. You're fine.
Did you say the Church of Polearm?
Poltar.
Poltra.
Polzatic.
Poutine.
Church of Poutine, you fucking Canadian.
Okay. I follow him.
So you all are led through the beautiful temple and into a small, sort of cramped back room with bookshelves on 3 of the walls and a tiny desk against one of them. And Deacon walks in and he ushers all of you into the room with him and then closes and locks the door and sits down. Sorry, I had to get you in here so quickly. Your friend here mentioned Acolyte Dunn. You're,
yes,
adventurers, so you're not here about learning about Poltar. Dunn has allowed them to take the catacombs from us.
Yes.
There's an entrance at the back that the Maulers have been using to get in and out. We need those catacombs back. They are the resting places of our founders.
They'll be the resting places of some maulers too.
Well, I doubt that. We'll clean the bodies out.
Where are they going?
So you're giving us the green light. That's what I'm hearing.
What I'm hearing is they believe in their bodies being them, not their souls being them.
Where are they going in the catacombs?
They've tunneled into them from multiple locations. We discovered it a few months ago. We went down there to do some maintenance, clean up, dust some cobwebs off of the graves, things like that.
Check on the bodies.
Well, not so much. So most of them have actual bodies, but there were holes in the walls and criminals coming and going. We find that Dunn is one of them.
How big were these holes in the walls?
Big enough for a man.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of a different thing.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
It's okay. That's COVID safe.
COVID safe.
Damn it. Fuck.
Those holes in the walls.
Okay, so can you direct us to the entrance to the catacombs?
Can you show us the holes in the walls?
The entrance would be at the back of the temple, out behind it. There's a simple wooden door. There's no locks on it. They are very sure that they won't be bothered. There shouldn't be anyone downstairs right now. It is the middle of the day, but if you do wish to speak with Acolyte Dunn, he would be in, and he sort of like, he points out the door and he points to another little room off to the side. He'd be in there right now.
I'd like to know how he pointed out of a door that's closed to me.
Well, he like points outward at the door and then like points in another direction. He'd be around over there in that area. Because he knows the layout of the building, because he's not a moron without object permanence.
Fair enough.
Wow, that was a dig on us.
So here's the question Zadok poses to the rest of the group. Do we go talk to Dunn and see what he knows now? Or do we go to the catacombs and wait to ambush somebody?
Well, if
Oh,
he's
fuck's sake.
nice and he knows the catacombs, maybe he can show us. We could bring him with.
I like this.
Yeah, I puff.
But what if he's not
We're gonna
nice?
I'm getting yelled
Melora.
at to walk my dog. So we might have to end this early. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. Today's been an annoying fucking day. So yeah, sorry, continue.
We let Melora talk to him. She's the only one interested in being nice.
But what happens if he's not nice? We need a plan.
If
can
he's
do it.
not nice, I'll zap him.
Yeah.
Can I
Wait.
bite?
Yeah, wait.
Can I bite?
That was perfect.
Wait, we got our weapons back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I am a weapon.
Same.
Not without your fucking magic in that tower, you're not.
No,
You're a tiny blue
Not
lizard.
without your
going back to
zippy
that
zippy.
tower. Never going back to that tower. If he's not nice, Oz will make him nice.
I can bite?
Yo,
No, we're not going to bite him.
he works here. He should be nice.
He also works with the Maulers.
Okay, well, you'd be amazed at what shock therapy can do to people.
I'm gonna
I
turn to
wouldn't
this
know.
priest and
Okay.
ask him how nice this dude is.
Since the priest is right
Is he a
there.
nice guy?
That's why it was such a shock when we found out he was working for the Maulers. He's such a calm, peaceful boy. I think that they must have gotten something on him.
Oh no, guys! I just turned to the party like,
Okay, we can try to help him.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
He came to us about a year ago as an acolyte. He wanted to study the sun god, and past few weeks we find out about this, and he won't talk to any of us. He denies it. He says that no, he doesn't work for them. They just are there, and he's not going to fight them, which I can't fault him for. But if you could find out what is bothering him and what's keeping him attached, please do.
Okay,
Fine.
let's go talk to Adi.
Okay, we go. We go to the way we point, to the way that he pointed, and then to the next way that he pointed.
So he
We
unlocks the
arrive
door
at
and
a door.
lets you all out. And once again, he points to the door that he was indicating previously and goes, "He'll be in there in the acolyte's chambers. He should be alone, so
Hey, thanks! I run off.
okay."
He should be alone, so knock first.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
shit, Melora's a woodpecker.
what what is it? Who is it?
Hi, hello, hi. Are you,
So you
uh,
you knock a little bit and you hear the response and you push open the door and there is a kid sitting on the there's a couple bunk beds in this room. First off, he's sitting on the lower bunk bed sort of in the middle of the room looking over at the door. He's got real thin face, freckles, sort of dirty blonde hair, young kid. And he looks up, what can I do for you, miss?
I'm shielding my eyes. Are you decent?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just
Okay, hey, thank you. Hi. Are you done?
I'm Adil, yes.
Hi. Oh, Adil. Okay, hi. I'm Melora. I have some bad news, but it's gonna be okay. Can I come in?
You're already in.
Oh, okay. Can I come in more? I just kind of like scoot towards him. So I don't know how to say this really, but so Crowley told us that you might be working with some bad people. Are you okay?
You're working with Crowley?
No, not really. No.
So, what can I help you with?
So the catacombs are getting broken into, and we heard that you might be working with some really bad people, but you're a nice kid, so are you okay? Are you all right?
I love the direct approach. Fucking. Yeah, I'm all right. I don't know what you're talking about. The Maulers, they took over the catacombs. Yeah, I got nothing to do with that.
Oh, that's not what Crowley said.
You see him sort of like swallow really hard, like his Adam's apple like bobs a good inch and a half up and down his throat.
Hey, but it's okay. We're not like mad at you or anything. And I say we because like I have friends out in the hall over there. They're not mad. So if you could help us like get rid of them, that would be really cool, and we could help you with like being better, like not being with them, you know, like not. You ever think about not doing that?
They you see him like start to tear up almost.
Oh.
He's like trying to formulate a response.
Oh no! Do you need berries? I pull my berries out.
They've got
I hand him berries.
got my sister. If I don't help them with what they want, they're gonna kill her.
Oh no! Wait, how do they? Wait, what? Where?
So if I knew, I'd be trying to go get her, but that'd probably just wind up with her dead anyway.
Oh, do you know who took her, or where they took her from, or when they took her?
When they first showed up here and said they were going to start using the catacombs, I was the one down there. They snatched her right out of the catacombs. They blew a hole open, grabbed her, took her back down the tunnel, told me, "You'll let us keep doing this, keep using this place, or she's dead." I ain't seen him since. It was, and he sort of like, he looks up at Melora, tears like coming down his face, and he looks out the door and he sees Oz standing there a little bit back.
Hello!
Wearing Alexander Payne's armor. That's the armor. That's the armor he wore.
Oh.
He took her?
Freaking out, and I walk in. Don't worry, that guy's gone.
Yeah, he's dead. We killed him. We can kill like all the bad guys. We'll get your sister. But now if they know that you're helping, maybe that's not a good thing. Do you know, like, you know the catacombs pretty well, yeah?
The catacombs are just the basement under this building. They're just the tombs. They go real deep. The tunnels they've been using, those are their own construction.
Yeah, do you remember which hole they came out of first?
Well, the one that they grabbed her from would be the southeastern corner. The southern corner.
And they snatched her and took her in there?
Yeah, they blew open the wall. They all climbed out. The guy wearing his armor stepped out, said, "We're gonna take something from you to make sure that you do what we want." I told him I didn't have anything, so they grabbed her and ran.
Okay. So we weren't here, and you.
Well, I'm sure that they saw you coming in. They're watching this place
you're
like
right.
a hawk.
Hey, okay, so are you? Wait, let me look at this dude. Is this dude super scrawny and like a baby? Like he's just
he's like
defenseless soul?
He's like a runtish 17-year-old kid. Yeah, he's not a fighter.
So if they know we're here, you should warn them that we're coming, and then we'll go, and they'll think that you're still working with them. You know, like just warn. Hey Oz. Wait, maybe not Oz. Yeah,
What?
I guess maybe Oz. Hey Oz, come here.
Yes.
Can you like, I look at the kid and I look back at Oz, and I look at his hands, and I'm just looking at the kid.
Oz takes a scratch at his arm slightly.
Azil, yeah, do you mind if we just... I don't want to hurt you or anything, but
I do it. I scratch his arm.
If you don't look like you put up a fight, maybe they'll be mad. Do you mind if we just, like, give you a little bruise? Or
I scratch his arm, like, without waiting.
Shit.
I'm
sorry.
Well, that's. I understand what you're going for. I get it. If all right, well, y'all give me a head start. I'll run out the front door and I'll run around to the catacombs entrance and try and get in there and.
Yeah, just warn them that we're coming and you're gonna help them take us on.
Just tell them you're not a fighter.
We won't hurt you. Yeah, but I don't know. Who knows? For his sister, I don't know. I'm trying. I just look at Oz like.
No, he is right. I'm not a fighter, but
just tell them they're coming. Please don't let anything happen to me.
Yeah, just do your best, okay? You can do it, and just think of your sister.
And he sort of like stands up and he squares his shoulders back a little bit, head raising high. He like wipes the tears and snot off of his face and. All right.
You can do it. Do you want more berries?
No, thank you.
Okay.
And he's sort of like, all right, well, I will hopefully see you guys soon. And he sprints off out the door, out the front door of the temple, runs around the outside, and is gone from your sight.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, we did it. Now we can... He's not bad, so we can help him and get his sister, and now we know where to go in the catacombs.
And so
I look at Static like, did I do it? Like, is this it?
So while you guys are like talking it over, the deacon comes out and goes, what did you do to him? He ran out of here faster than I've ever seen him move.
We are helping him.
We had to take matters in our own hands, and I just walk out.
We threatened the shit out of that little son of a bitch. He doesn't know what's good for him. They'll fucking slit his throat. Now we're gonna go find the rest of these fucks.
You said that in a church. Xerxes just spontaneously combust.
I mean, when you guys first spoke with this guy, he called someone a motherfucker, and you commented on it, and he goes, do you think gods care about our language?
So
I have...
Especially with -1 intelligence?
Fair enough.
I wonder if we because we have a map, I wonder if we should enter somewhere other than the temple catacombs.
Yeah, that probably makes sense, huh?
I'm really getting yelled at to walk my dog here.
Come back.
Why don't you go walk your dog? We'll discuss what things we think we might want to do, and then if it's not already the end of the night, or if you want to keep going, we'll still be here.
I'm all for calling it here. I have to get up 2 hours early tomorrow.
Yeah, I think just because of like,
it could be a good stop.
Right,
Yeah.
we're at a reasonable stopping point, and it lets me get some stuff prepped inside the tunnels before next week. So, one thing though, before next week, I want to sit down and speak with each one of you individually for some like character work to like get you guys your characters more involved in the world. Because right now, like,
exist.
Because right now, Cabal is the most rooted character, and I want everybody to have that same sort of
My character's not rooted. Well, kinda. I mean, I have a fucking, what's he called?
No spoilers.
Master dude. Hey, we already knew this though. That's in that one town in prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I
Yeah.
don't.
So I have.
I do.
Oh well.
What is?
Oh,
And,
I still
what
haven't
is
turned in.
the autumn pass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
my mentor stuck in prison there.
Right.
He's not a very
okay.
good dude, but still. Meh.
Sorry, you said town, and I didn't. Phaeton didn't pop into my head for some reason. Okay.
The
cool.
town's in your own game. I'm just kidding.
It's because no, that's why it didn't pop into my head because Phaeton isn't a town; it's a citadel.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Shit.
So Scott, this is gonna be the thing that pertained to the questions that we did a month ago.
No, this is just gonna I just want to get I don't know everybody's backstory really well. I don't know where you guys come from. I don't know like what towns you grew up in or if you had a family or have a family or anything like that. Like it's just simple shit like that just to try and get everybody tied more to the world.
Put in the paper that we filled out.
Oh, I haven't turned in my
Say,
paper.
that paper answers a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
We still on
I also believe we.
So sit down with Scomp one-on-one and discuss it is what it sounds like he wants?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is we're discussing it, and that's what I was asking because you had said that you wanted to talk to each of us individually about the questions. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I just want to get like I said, I just want people I want your characters to be involved. I want people to have an attachment and care about something.
Okay.
So that I can burn it in front of you.
Yeah, fucking bet.
Good, I hope so, because my attachment is hating the undead.
Everybody found out about my hometown, and then there was a plan to burn it.
It's not because it was your hometown. That was just coincidental.
No, that's still on the board, right? We're still
I mean, if you want your hometown, that's the one.
Where are the Eldarin from? Because that's my hometown.
You're one
But
of
then
a
I
kind.
got-
You were like a spawn of Satan.
But oh wait, they're from the Feywild. But
the
anyway,
Eladrin? Yeah, they would have been called over from the Feywild.
yeah, but then I kind of got left behind by my mom and Elkara. My mom lost me in
That
Elkara.
does explain your choice of professions.
Yeah. Yeah. My parent kind of lost me in Elkara, and I ended up on the streets. And got picked up by my mentor, who then got put into jail. Bad shit happened, man.
Oh boy.
Hey, Scum, do you need this to be on like Discord?
What's up?
Do you need this discussion to be on Discord?
I mean, it would help if we could talk to each other, yeah.
Well, I have the convenience of knowing you in person.
That is true.
So I can just be like, call me on your fucking walk.
Yeah, or you could come up here and hang out for a little while.
Yeah, except no.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
nothing personal, Scomp. It's nothing personal.
It sounded pretty personal.
It's not that.
God damn.
It's super pregnant wife.
Oh my god.
And pandemic.
Well, whose fault is it that you have a super pregnant wife?
Hers.
Literally yours. All right, I'm gonna go walk my dog. I will see y'all later.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
it's not my fault
actually
she's still
finish
pregnant.
filling out that question form. I completely forgot about it.
Cool. So now we have
I'm
time
on
to go
quest-
outside and then Elder Scrolls.
Fine. I'll get ESO out.
9.
I mean, I'm switching to my phone, so.
Yeah, Ash, I haven't
I've
even
been-
added you yet.
Oh yeah, I need to actually get it out. I have it downloaded and all.
Yeah.
It's just one of my other friends my friend from Texas kind of dragged me onto WoW again. It was bad.
That's one other friend, and you have like 5 other friends playing this game, so you know.
Don't worry, I'm getting on.
Good. I just want to add you.
Oh fuck,
That's
there's
all.
an update. Hold up.
Yeah.
There's no update.
It's a tiny one.
All right, guys, what I missed?
Are you
we met-
joking? Is this a joke?
Okay, so we went and talked to Lord Crowley.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little bitch. He gave us all the information we wanted.
We didn't kill him.
We,
Ash didn't sleep
We
with him.
didn't kill anyone.
We didn't kill anyone.
I only threatened with acid.
We didn't
actually
get into
didn't
combat one time.
We didn't
I
even
am
hurt
impressed.
anybody. It was pretty
No,
wild.
we didn't hurt
No,
anyone.
I
We
hurt the
didn't roll
boy.
for initiative. We
I
just,
hurt the boy.
But we scared
did
the
hurt the
shit out of
boy, yeah.
Crowley, got him to give us a signed confession that he was working with the Maulers. He gave us the name of somebody in the Maulers, a contact. It was the guy that we killed whose armor Oz is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good, because, he's dead. But then he gave us another name. It's an acolyte at the
Is this not the game you wanted to play? That's pretty fucking accurate.